My name is Virginia Jones. Most important thing about me, obviously, is I have a tattoo. It's an octopus, this is it. And the greatest thing about my octopus is that it has no deeper meaning. It doesn't mean anything. If it means anything at all, it means that at one point, I had $500. And I can still look at it and think about that time. And I met a lady who had a tattoo that had like words on it. It was like language. And it was English, which I speak and read. And so I asked her, I'm like, honey, do you have a Mr. tattoo? And she said, no, it's the Beatles. And she was like really mad at me about it, about not knowing. But it was the song Blackbird. And the part she had was, take these broken wings and learn to fly. Which is fine. But it's also, take these broken wings and learn to fly. It's the same words! You can't just walk around and assume that people are gonna know it's the Beatles. What if the people you're talking to aren't cool? But it is a beautiful summer day. It's a beautiful summer day in Los Angeles. Oh, which is so nice. But I am from Portland, Oregon, where summer used to mean something. Yes. People have been there, people have lived there, people have heard of it. The sun would come out every year, and we would emerge blinking from our caves and go, I did it! I did it, I made it. I'm not gonna have to open my wrist to see color, you know? Every year. And in LA, we just take it for granted. Just like one day, all of our coconut oil liquefies at the same time. And we're like, oh, it's summer, that's nice. You guys are smart. I don't have to tell you guys that if you lose your eyesight in this country, you can get a seeing eye dog to help you get stuff done, right? To take you around. But did you know that you can also get a seeing eye mini horse? Not a pony, a miniature horse. And once you get your horse, you can go crazy. You can put a pearl necklace on him, a bow tie, or you can get like a straw hat with one little hole in it for a sweet little ear to poke through. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Virginia, what if I had to take my horse on parquet floors? They have little slippers for them. They have little slippers for your mini horse, and he can, like a southern lawyer who's just awoken from a nap, just clippity-clop, put on his slippers and his bow tie. And I know you're thinking what I was thinking when I heard all this great information, which is you're thinking, how am I gonna blind myself? So I can score that sweet free mini horse. But wait, because then you realize if I'm blind, how am I gonna see how cute my horse is in his hat? You know, it's one of those catch-22 like hairpin and watch fob things. That's a literary joke. It's great to be back on set, on stage. One of the last shows I did last year was in the UK. Yeah. And I learned what UK hack was, because I thought all British comics were geniuses, because everyone I'd ever seen was a genius, but a lot of them are not. A lot of them are not geniuses. Here's what UK hack is. My girlfriend's from Gloucester and she talks like this, and I'm from Edmundshire and I talk like this, and we're all criminals. Like, that's what it is. That's their women be shopping. I was doing a show with this guy, Sam, and Sam had a joke about dogging. And in the audience, he says, my grandma said, what you doing, Sam? And I said, I'm going dogging. And then the audience laughs. And I don't laugh because I don't know what it is. And then after the set, I'm like, Sam, what's dogging? And he was like, I don't know what he called it in the States. Does anybody know what dogging is? Okay, good. I was like, Sam, what is it though? And he goes, it's that thing where two people have sex in a car park, but it's like a known car park, and other people watch them and masturbate. We don't have a name for that. We don't do that, I don't think, Sam. You guys are gross. We just had daylight savings. I don't know if you guys are like me, but technology has caught up with daylight savings. Every watch, every clock I have sets automatically. So now when it's daylight savings, I just walk around feeling like shit until someone mentions it. And they're like, oh, and it's daylight savings. I'm like, oh my God, you solved like little mysteries. That's why I don't feel good. Hooray to us for making it out of quarantine. It was a hard time. Hooray for us. I know it was a hard time for single people because I started getting text messages like you would not believe. I got a message from a guy and I hit on him a million years ago. And he just wanted to see what was up. And I was like, dude, not only is that offer off the table, but the table has been cleared and disassembled and reused as the flooring in a very nice Montessori school. I actually moved in with my boyfriend for quarantine. It's an intense time. On the 70th day of spending 24 hours a day together, he said to me, if you really want a lover who's gonna be sensible and sensitive to your needs, you're gonna wanna fuck a paladin. And that's from D&D, and it was already too late. Like his stuff was already in. It was terrible, and we're in couples counseling, which I was scared of for so many years, but now I realize it's great. Because now when he says stuff like, I can't believe you don't understand the Japanese art of dirt polishing, I can tell him, are you going to be very proud to tell Allison about that on Tuesday? Like, it is Elf on the Shelf. Like sometimes I leave a Zoom window open and I tell her she's watching us.